in light of the campaign and how it wasn't exactly my favorite, I gotta say Sledgehammer's making some moves for the multiplayer, it seems, and what I'd consider for the better. Today we're running down some major changes that Sledgehammer is making for the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer experience and on launch, so no waiting around for this kind of stuff. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. What do you think of these changes to Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer experience and Gunsmith as a whole? Like them, dislike them, whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. If you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay on top of everything Modern Warfare 3 related as we gear up for a very busy launch window. We set that lofty goal of 550,000 subscribers by launch, so if you'd like to help us get towards that, I'd love to have you in the community. Finally, check out my friends over at Gamer Advantage for 10% off your order of what I believe are the best bullet glasses on the market, but more on that a little later. For now, let's talk about these big Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer changes. So first, let's talk about some of the gameplay changes affecting Modern Warfare 3's Gunsmith. On some of the more basic functionality sides of things, you now have distinguishing markers. So think Warzone's post-integration markers for your weapon selection. You'll see Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 in the upper right of that weapon card when you're choosing a weapon. That'll allow you to see what weapon is what because they're all going to be combined into one singular category for each weapon classification. So all ARs, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 will be in that same category, all SMGs, all battle rifles, and so on. So that'll be like the first thing you notice when you jump into Gunsmith here at this. But when it comes to major changes, we can immediately jump into a big one here. Modern Warfare 3 is removing weapon tuning in the game, meaning that both Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 weapons will now no longer support that functionality in Modern Warfare 3. If you go back and you play Modern Warfare 2, obviously your weapon tuning will still be there, but for Modern Warfare 3, that is now no longer going to be a factor. So yeah, that's a pretty big change here. Personally, I'm okay with that. Felt unnecessary, an added step with minimal results one way or the other in tuning, at least for me. And I thought it made the whole Gunsmith a bit too complicated for the casual player. I'd honestly wager probably like 90% of weapon tuning was almost placebo if it did any changes at all. The only thing that I really thought was awesome was the optic changes and how you could move the eye position of that, but everything else you barely felt in terms of any adjustments. But I'm a bit surprised to hear that they're actually taking it out. So one side effect of this is that it does mean that pro tuning and such for blueprints will be available in Modern Warfare 2, but it won't transfer to Modern Warfare 3. So that's the only sort of like gray area I can think of as to what would happen effectively and how it would change the play of some weapons. But again, base, I don't think anything really matters in that aspect, but I can see the argument and confusion for that specific example. Additionally, I'd also imagine this then applies to Warzone when the integration happens next month, but can't say for certain. I'm sure that'll be something that's detailed closer to the launch of Warzone Season 1 and Urzikstan, but we'll get to that when the time comes. We also ended up seeing adjustments to the pros and cons system, where in the Gunsmith it lists upwards now of 4 pros and 4 cons, but reintroduces this sort of like urgency markers, I guess we can call them, denoted by the amount of chevrons in the listed items for those pros and cons, i.e. 1 single chevron is a minor pro or con, 2 is a moderate pro or con, 3 is a strong pro or con, meaning that it heavily affects that attribute as well. There will also be new polygonal arrows to showcase new functions for attachments. So for example, muzzles will have new pros for undetectable by radar and flash concealment. Ammunition will have bullet penetration and explosive impact listed. Underbarrels will have bipod mounts. Lasers will have canted laser aiming, whereas then you have no tac stance available. And optics offer different magnification, thermals, and sniper glint pros that'll have those sort of modifications. But okay, cool, that's nice and all, but we also have talked about that before about how there's no real accuracy with those. It's almost just as stat bars, kind of arbitrary. But if you want more info, well, enter detailed stats, baby. You can select any of the modification menus around the Gunsmith and it'll show details for an impressive expanded view upon a lot of statistical values, ranging with 7 different categories of the weapon and breaking down how every attachment will add or subtract 4 particular values of those categories. You can cycle left and right to compare every attachment of the same type and also determine how it'll affect your weapon performance, down to hit points, degrees, milliseconds, all that kind of stuff. So you can see statistical data of headshot damage, torso damage, target flinch, effective damage range, bullet velo, rate of fire, recoil kick details, accuracy and spread details, movement speeds, and other handling attributes. This is a feature that, especially with the Gunsmith, how the last couple of years they've really just focused on, hey, we want this to be as in-depth and as customizable for the player as possible. I don't understand why this is not something that's been a staple and a constant across every single game now. So I'm hoping that it becomes one, but that's going to be a very big beneficial thing for the players in the Gunsmith this year, if you ask ask me. Another feature that was detailed, one that we've already seen, but still an awesome feature, is the ability to filter weapon stats for attachments. So you can filter based on mobility, recoil control, rate of fire, damage, accuracy, range, handling, locked or unlocked attachments, and aftermarket parts for attachments that you want to see displayed, which when you consider that we'll have the entire catalog of not only Modern Warfare 3 attachments available to cycle through, but also all of the Modern Warfare 2 weapon attachments additionally on offer, that's going to come in big handy for trying to find a specific attachment fast within Modern Warfare 3's Gunsmith. So absolutely a win there if you ask me in that sense. But that said, while we've detailed a lot of cool stuff already, we're still just getting started. In addition to the detailing of all the weapons in Modern Warfare 3, 37 of those including the assault rifles of the SVA 545, MTZ 556, Holger 556, MCW, DG58, and the FR 556, battle rifles of the Bass B, the Sidewinder, as well as MTZ 762, SMGs of the Striker, WSP Swarm, AMR 9, WSP 9, Rival 9, and the Striker 9, shotguns of the Lockwood 680, Haymaker, as well as Riveter, LMGs of the Pulemyot 762, DG58 LSW, Holger 26, Bruin MK9, and the TAC Eradicator, marksman rifles of the KVD Enforcer, MCW 6.8, DM56, and the MTZ Interceptor, snipers of the Cat AMR, Longbow, and KV Inhibitor, pistols of the Core 45, Renetti, TYR, and the WSP Stinger, and the launchers of the RGL-80 with the melees of the Gutter Knife and the Karambit, which, by the way, I know there's going to be a few only 37 weapon comments, but for reference, that's one shy of Vanguard at 38. Cold War only had 28, Modern Warfare 2019 had 38 as well, and Modern Warfare 2 actually last year had a surprisingly staggering 51 weapons. So minus last year, it's right on par with what we've seen in recent years, exceeding some. So just for clarity, don't really care how you take that, but that's just the fact of it. But anyways, in addition to all those weapons at launch, it was detailed the full complement of aftermarket parts available at launch as well. These will include much more over time, but at launch we'll see at least 6 of them here at this. Those being detailed as the Jack Raven kit for the MCW, which is a versatile and modular 300 conversion of the MCW that can be adapted to hit hard in nearly every combat scenario. But that kit is available and unlockable in the first weekly challenge set post-launch. We also see the Jack Heretic carbine kit for the MTZ 762 battle rifle, being a powerful 762 AR crafted to deliver exceptional damage with moderate recoil, so probably boosting a little bit more in terms of that sort of fire rate there. We see the Broodmother 45 kit for the WSP-9, which is a high damage conversion kit that rides the line between SMG and AR. The Jack Annihilator bullpup kit for the Pulemyot 762, available from what we saw already in the beta. The XRK IPv2 conversion barrel for the Core 45, giving it additional optics and underbarrel attachments, but also introducing binary fire, which effectively causes double fire rate. And the Jack Ferocity carbine for the Renetti is again something we saw in the beta as well. So all of those except one will be available by simply ranking up your weapons and maxing them out. But the Jack Raven kit for the MCW is detailed as a weekly challenge unlock. Now, while we don't know the details on that challenge explicitly, it is reassuring to hear that it won't be missed out on if you don't complete that challenge set in the time given, because it's stated once the challenges expire at the end of the season, the aftermarket part moves into the Armory Challenges section for a new and always available unlock challenge. So if you don't get it, it seems like it is going to be a weekly challenge that's available as a part of the weekly set, but seemingly available the entire season. But if you don't complete it in that season, just like how you have the base weapons go into and have their own challenges, that's not going to be available for those conversion kits. So nice to hear that at least you're not missing out on anything, but still a big change to how the Gunsmith will work here with this. And of the last things detailed, one of the biggest changes comes in the realm of weapon balancing. It's stated the entire complement of Modern Warfare 2 weaponry will receive a weapon balancing pass by Sledgehammer Games, with additional adjustments after launch as needed. These aspects of Modern Warfare 2 weapons may be changed as a part of the balancing passes, including damage ranges, damage values, damage location multipliers, head, torso, legs, and more, attachment value magnitudes, i.e. reducing laser ADS speeds and such, as well as attachment pros and con values. So essentially rebalancing everything that we know about Modern Warfare 2 weaponry that we've seen right now. This, if I'm taking a guess, they state will ensure the Modern Warfare 2 weapons are optimized to perform alongside Modern Warfare 3 weapons. But if I'm taking a guess and how we've seen integrations happen before, I wouldn't be surprised if it slightly brings the Modern Warfare 2 weapons down below Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Gotta make sure you get those sales, right? Especially with Warzone coming up. So that is going to be a massive change to the overall flow and balance of the game as is. So that's something that is going to be very interesting to see how it's broken down. With detailed statistics, though, we will be able to actually find out exactly what changes with all those. So that's at least nice. But anyways, all things considered, I do think that we do have the potential for a banger this year with multiplayer. Again, and I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say it because I'm sure there's always going to be comments. Yes, I absolutely think this game could have and probably should have been an overhaul update for Modern Warfare 2. But let's keep it real here. One studio will listen to feedback, another absolutely will not. So you can thank the latter of those two for the situation that we have right now. But anyways, tons of content still upcoming here. We got full breakdowns for what's coming over the next couple of days. So make sure you stick it here on the channel so you don't miss a bit of what's upcoming for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. Guides, information, tips, all that kind of stuff. We'll have you covered here on the channel. But that's where we're at here with the major changes coming to Gunsmith at launch of Modern Warfare 3. Before we wrap everything up, make sure you check my friends over at Gamer Advantage for the best blue light glasses on the market. I've been working with these guys for about 3 years now, which is honestly crazy for me to consider how long it's been, but I will still swear by them day in and day out. They're the most lightweight, comfortable, and durable frames out there, and while they're a bit more of an investment than, say, some of the pairs you can find for cheap on Amazon, I truly believe in the build quality and the lenses they use, and honestly, investing in your vision health is not a bad thing at all. I cannot do nearly enough justice for what they can provide in terms of details of their product, the science breakdowns, and the clinical studies behind them, but at the very least, I can suggest going and checking out all that kind of stuff. But if you want to pick something up for yourself, code ESPRESSO you 10% off your entire order, linked down below. But that said, that is now we're going to wrap it up. So let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the Gunsmith changes here with Modern Warfare 3 going forward? Like them, dislike them, whatever the case, feel free to let me know. But if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to stay there with all things Modern Warfare 3 as we gear up for a very, very busy next couple of weeks. Love to have you in the community, but for now, thanks so much for watching. My name is ESPRESSO. See you later. Take care and peace.